Board of Public Works and Safety. Roll call. Here.
Here?
Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No.
Approval of the minutes of the June 9th meeting. I don't think anyone's had a chance to review those, so I think we need to defer action.
Motion to defer action?
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Under correspondence, item A is an agreement with First Group Engineering for engineering services for the Hammond Pavement Management Program submitted for approval. Federal Highway is going to require that we do a pavement management program, and all communities are going to have to comply. So this is ours. It's approximately $18,000 to set up. So do I have a motion approving the contract for pavement management?
Motion to approve?
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item B is a change order number 1 from First Group Engineering for Maryland Avenue, 169 to Vine, submitted for approval. This is for some changes and additional handicap ramps to make the project 100% ADA compliant. It's an increase of $18,995. Do we have a motion approving the change order?
So moved.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Item C is a contract with Walsh and Kelly for Walter Avenue reconstruction, Carroll to Thornton, submitted for approval. This is approximately $550,000. This is this 3rd district? I think it is. So do I have a motion approving the agreement with Walsh and Kelly?
So moved.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have a request from Chief John Doty approving various street closures. And this is for the 4th of July parade, Live in the Ville Fest. Yeah, those are the two. So the 4th of July parade is like it is every year. It's part of Indianapolis Boulevard, part of 119th. Live in the Ville, Gary Gleason's going to be working with them. I think there's a parade that's going to require a short-term closure. And it's already done. Oh, it is. June 11th was, well, there's another one on June 18th. But it says there's a street closure required on 18th.
They're changing the time, are you aware of that?
Okay.
They submitted that for approval, they want to change the time to 11 o'clock now to 10.
Okay, so that's the reason why this is resubmitted.
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay, do I have a motion approving the change?
So moved.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item E, correspondence received from Fire Chief Jeff Smith advising of candidates that have successfully completed and passed all requirements for appointment to the fire department. Jonathan Rosilli, Steve Tepper, with effective dates of June 13, 2016. Anthony Smith, Anthony Jenga, Timothy O'Neill, Nicholas Richards, with retroactive dates of March 7, 2016, submitted for approval. Do I have a motion approving the chief's request?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Next, we have correspondence from Gary Material Supply LLC requesting street closure on Hiles Court from Soul Avenue to the entrance of the Gate Church for June 21st and 22nd, 2016, and a closure of Soul Avenue north of Hiles Court and south of Thornton Street for June 27th through June 29th, submitted for approval. They're going to be running utilities for this church project, so that's the reason why they need those closed. Do I have a motion? I think this is senior housing, but it's going to be operated by the church. Do I have a motion approving the street closures?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Next, we have correspondence from the police department regarding a personnel matter. Yeah, we don't divulge the name. Do I have a motion approving the chief's request on the personnel matter?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item H, rental registration hearing on property located at 4627 Sheffield. Is that property owner here? Please step up to the microphone, state your name for the record.
My name is Thomas Olsecki.
Thank you.
I'm here for a registration. I guess we failed to register in time. I didn't know there was a,
Is this a
they?
single-family home?
yes, it's a single
Is it the
family.
only one that you own in Hammond?
Yes. Currently, family lives there. It's my sister-in-law and her son. They just moved in, I'm gonna say about 6 weeks ago. My brother was living there. Yes. Now, the water's been off for a year and a half, and the gas has been off for a year and a half. My brother was living there. He doesn't have a job, and he was basically camping in this house. So, City of Hammond came in and said that, you know, this is not livable conditions, you need to move. So he moved out, and then my mother died, which was living with my sister-in-law, Lisa Velez, that's currently living in this house. They couldn't afford to live in a house in Chicago, so I told them, listen, I got the house in Indiana, go live out there, give me $500 a month, and it's yours. So they are paying rent. They are gonna live there as long as they can afford it. And the utilities are all on now. It was after the registration, because I came down after registration to register them, and they said, well, you're too late. Now you gotta go to a hearing. So,
So I think the question was, rental registration from 2013 to 14, sounds like it was related to Lincoln, since, he is renting now, and he is getting paid. I'd like to do a order to inspect, since, the water was off for that long.
well, you guys came out and inspected and turned the water on, so you guys could come back out.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to do that, and then just, waive the late fee for that 2013 to 14, to register.
Motion to approve the recommendation?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Move down to item I, rental registration hearing for property located at 1020 Becker. Is that property owner here? Yes. Please state your name for the record.
Andy Perillo.
How long have you owned this property?
I bought it the latter part of 2013.
Is it single family or multifamily?
It is multifamily. It was a 4-unit. The city came in, requested me to make it a 2-unit, which I did, no problem. Got all the inspections completed early part of 2014. The problem was, I guess the issue was the rental registration for 14 and 15. I failed to register, and I did not fully comprehend your policies on that matter. I figured it out. I bought another property. That's the first property I bought in Hammond. I bought another property, and then they wanted me to pay the late fee, which I did. That's done. That's how I found out about this situation with the rental registration. So they want $2,000 from me, and I'm just saying I spent a lot of money converting this building as per the city's request. No problem. Didn't give any. I did it quickly and efficiently, but I'm just asking for some kind of a reprieve in this matter because I just can't afford that. I just paid property taxes and everything else.
He did, used to be a 3-unit, he did convert it back to a 2-unit, like I said, did register for 14, 15, did register both units for 16, and people were living in 14, 15.
Where did the $2,000 limit come from,
I was
that you know?
Was this before the board before? That,
Yeah, in 2013, board hearing, affirms removal of 3 illegal units, converting back to 2 units. In 13, revisions to the Rose Mill Board of Works, waivers for 2012.
So he wasn't here for rental registration prior, it was for other issues, and he's cooperated?
Make a motion to waive the late fee for 2014 and 15 to have both units registered for 2014 and 15 at a rate of $80 per unit for 14 and $5 per unit for 15.
16 is good, correct?
That'd be 170.
Second. Second.
That'll be $170, right?
Correct.
That's better than 2,000?
I'll go down and pay it right now.
If you want to wait till the end of the meeting, we'll have the paperwork that you can take it down and pay it. Meeting's probably gonna last another 25 minutes.
Okay.
Or we'll send you something.
Okay, well, I'll just wait for you to send it then.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
We have your mailing address, right?
Yeah, it is correct, 10702 Ford Street.
Okay, thank you. Move down to item J, rental registration hearing for property located at 1716 Stanton. Is that property owner here? 1716 Stanton. What's the name?
Marie Bravo?
Marie Bravo?
Well, she should have gotten it, it looks like, she did register. Two units and one was on So, it is mailed to 1716.
You said she did register?
She did not register for 16. She
For
registered
15?
for 15, yeah. One she lives in, the other one she's renting. So, she would have got this.
Motion to deny the waiver.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against? Motion passes. Item K, rental registration hearing for properties located at 2313 and 2315, 169th. Is Wayne Hogan here?
Well, this one, I guess we'll go with 2313 first. Looks like it was being sent to Smith Sursick for court on 5/31/16 for 2014 registration. And he did not register in 2016. So he did register in 12, 13, and 15. But he was being sent to collections for 14 and he did not register in 16. As well, 2315, 169. He only registered for 2015 and he did not for 2016.
What's your pleasure?
So again, for 2315, 169, he did
Yeah,
not
for
register.
2315 and 2313, he did not register this year. For both. Each is one unit. And for 2313, 169, he's being sent to the Sursick for 2014.
Motion to assess the late fee for 2013 for the years of 2014 and 2016, and for 2315 for the year of 2016.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next, we move down to item L, rental registration hearing for property located at 4333 Torrance Avenue. Is that property owner here? Jose Magellanes, or, I don't know. Magellanes? Oh, Mayan? Okay, thank you. I can get the Polish ones right.
I'll get you covered in space. Did not register for 16, but they did have a history of miss. In '08, the late fee was applied, and in 2014, it was missed, and the late fee was waived. So I recommend not waiving this late fee.
What, one unit?
1 unit, yes.
And what years?
Just this year, 2016.
Motion to approve the recommendation?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item M, rental registration hearing for property at 7937 White Oak Lane. Rebecca Craig. Did we mail these out?
This one, says, in April, return check in the amount of $5 from rental form includes also was received after the deadline of April 15th. Postmark envelope closed. The rental registration late fee was waived for 2014. So they needed to register on time every year.
Was it registered for 15?
They did register for 15 on time.
How late was the check?
I'm sorry?
How late was the check?
It doesn't show, it just says, oh, I'm sorry, it was, 6 days late. Postmark, after April,
Single family home?
yes.
I make a motion to assess the late fee for 2016 $105 registration fee.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item N, rental registration hearing for the property located at 936 169th Street and 7423 Madison.
Make a motion to defer action on this one?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Next, we have item O, rental registration hearing for properties located at 5643 Claude Avenue and 837 State Street.
Okay, this used to be a 2-unit, in 2014, when inspectors brought it up to the Board of Works and affirmed the removal of the second floor unit. So now there's 1 unit, and, the owner owes just for 2016.
Which one is 1 unit?
It's, 5643 Clark.
So that's the only one that he owes for?
Right.
Is 837 State?
I'm sorry, he owes for that one too, then. Yes, correct. And 837 State.
Just for 16?
Yes.
When was the second unit removed?
The second unit removed was 5643 Clark. It went back down to a 1 unit.
When was that?
That was in, 14.
Are you the property owner, sir?
Yes, I am.
Did you register both for 2015?
Yes, I did.
What happened this year?
Well, my brother passed away in November, and I had 2 cousins that passed away at the beginning of the year. One was on my dad's side, one was on my mother's side. And I just forgot about it. I went in on May 6th to pay it and found out I was late, so I couldn't pay it, so I asked for an appeal.
Any issues with the property?
No, just in the past. I saw those police calls. Did you get rid of those tenants?
The one tenant left, he was staying with the lady, but they're no longer together. She's there by herself, Angela Martinez, with her 2 children.
Yeah, so they had police issues back in 2013, but nothing as of recent.
And the 3454 Monroe, is that your current address? Okay. I make a motion to waive the late fee for the 2 units for the year of 2016, and the units must be registered at a rate of $5 per unit.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Thank you. Item P, rental registration hearing for property located at 6711 Wicker. This is AGI Properties. Could you state your name for the record?
Anthony Grijalva?
Thank you. So how many properties do you own in Hammond?
6711 1 Wicker.
Just one?
Yes.
Do you, what about 612 Honky Street?
That belongs to my father.
Is he renting that one?
I believe so.
We have, different names, why it caught our radar, they have the same name, but obviously he's a junior, father's a senior. Father, this is a separate issue, we'll bring that up. 6711 Wicker, you did not register just for this year, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Is it one unit?
Was it registered in the past?
Yes.
Yes.
What happened this year?
This year has been kind of stressful, going through a divorce. Basically, it just slipped my mind. Different child support court dates and what have you, and my dad. The property is actually both of ours, so he's up north, and he's giving me more of the responsibility, and that's pretty much where it's at. I just really forgot about the date. And I really never had a problem. I think one other time we failed to register, and I think you guys had stopped sending the notices, if I'm correct, maybe a year or two ago. And as I mentioned, this year just really slipped my mind.
Any issues with the property?
No issues.
You have your correct address at 6800 Keeney Street.
Motion to waive the late fee for 2016, but you must register the property at $5 for 2016.
Yes, thank you.
Motion, do I have a
A
second?
second.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Thank you. Item O, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 7409 Southeastern Avenue, submitted for approval. And Chris has reviewed this. Okay.
Motion to approve the rehabilitation agreement?
Second.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Correspondence received from Adriana Rizzo requesting speed bumps be placed in the alley because people drive fast and there are children playing there. And I think, Gary, nothing's changed in the state statute. We still can't do speed bumps because people lose control and damage their vehicles. And if she thinks that they're hitting the fences now, wait till they hit a speed bump.
For sure, yeah, we have something with that, but we can put a couple signs up for them to let them know if kids do play in the alley
Right.
on a regular basis there, we can install a couple signs.
Okay.
Motion to refer to Gary Gleason for review and recommendation?
Second.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings. There's only 3. That's a good thing. Pardon? July 28th? That's my birthday. What if I'm not here? No, July 28th 's okay.
Motion to set for hearing on July 28th.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And now we have probably the thickest pile of garage sale permits that I've seen since we started issuing them.
These are the
fill it out?
Today.
She could bring it up when we open it up to public. How many are there?
Oh.
Is this gonna be Hammond's Garage Mahal?
I have no issues. Motion to approve the garage sale permits.
Second.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Matters from other board members. I've got three. The first one is a legal notice, and it has to do with energy efficiency. There's some new rules required, and we're going to be going out, and we're going to have advertising date of June 20th and June 27th with a submission of proposals on July, it says July 29th, but it's going to be July 28th. We need to change that, right? Oh, did you just want to turn it into controllers? Because these are professional services?
Yes.
Okay. And then you'll submit that to the
And then it'll
board?
come to the board for review.
Okay, so then the submission of proposal dates is July 29th. Do I have a motion approving that, those advertising dates and proposal acceptance dates?
Motion to approve.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Next, we have a change order for Hawk Enterprises, and this is on the Missouri Avenue Lighting Project. It's been reviewed and recommended by our project engineer. It's an increase in cost of $12,345, and that's for concrete curb and gutter. And this is another handicap accessibility issue, it looks like. They're gonna have to add some handicap accessibility. Anytime you touch a street project now, you have to make sure that it's fully compliant. And some of these were designed before these new rules came into play. So do I have a motion approving the change order?
So moved.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Next, the mayor said that we're not getting enough audience watching the Board of Works meetings. So I was thinking, there's a real popular play on Broadway right now called Hamilton, and you can get the lyrics from all the hip hop songs on, over on the internet. So maybe if we perform that at the end of one of our meetings, maybe we could increase viewership. So why don't you guys look at those and
Okay.
we'll see if we can find one that we'd all like to do.
I think we've got too much time in our retirement. Sarah, Stan, I don't know. We'll work on it.
Okay. Do we have any new business? Do we have any old business? Meeting's open to the public. Don't sit down. Is it this weekend? Yes. Okay. We have one more garage sale permit that was hurriedly put together during the meeting.
I have one more
What?
garage sale.
You have another one?
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Well, they didn't fill it out, they just called this morning, they were gonna be out of town, and I said I would carry it up here, 7428 Woodmark.
Okay.
So they wanted to get their,
And it's this weekend?
that's this weekend during the garage mahal, they used those 3 blocks right there. So I told them I would carry it up here for them, 7428 Woodmark.
So do I have a motion on the 2 garage sale permits?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to step up to the microphone? This is your last chance before we start singing hip hop.
Hello, my name is Armando Wise. I live at 7435 Howard Avenue, and I was calling to get permission from the city of Hammond to block off an alleyway for a birthday party. I got a lot of 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, and I got a lot of speeders coming through my alley. And I would like to block off from the street, just right to my fence where I'm not blocking off no neighbors, no nothing, just for the 7 hours from 2 to 9.
When's the party?
June 17th, tomorrow. Anderson.
You're giving us a lot of notice. Gary, are you gonna be able to provide the barricades by then?
I didn't catch the address, if Lynn gets it to me by
Yeah,
tomorrow.
talk to him right after the meeting. We're gonna approve the closure, but make sure he knows about it so he can bring the barricades out and set everything up for you.
Okay, thank you.
Are you going to have things in the alley?
No, I'm gonna have a bounce house in my front yard, so I'm gonna have kids just running, and I don't want them to run into an alley while speeders are coming through my alley and pound one of my kids, you know?
Do I have a
to approve the
motion?
closure?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those
Thank you.
against, motion passes. Thank you. Anybody else in the audience? Do I have a motion to adjourn? I'm not singing yet. We have to pick a song.
Practice.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye. Meeting's adjourned.